Hey guys. So 10.2 is officially here, and with it comes the new zone, the Emerald Dream, and it can sometimes be a little intimidating with a lot of new stuff to do and only 1 week to get a lot of this stuff done. So I figured I'd make a quick little video to explain all of the sort of important things that you should focus on doing before Mythic Plus and Raid launches next week. Also, I apologize if I sound weird at all. I've been really, really sick for a very long time, but I really wanted to get this video out because I know I find them super useful. So first things first is the campaign. A lot of the stuff I'm going to mention in this video is locked behind campaign quests. This week is also the Darkmoon Fair, so if you are interested in doing the Renown grind at all, I would definitely make sure to pick up the Darkmoon Fair buff before you start the campaign quest, because the campaign quests give tokens and reputation gains that are affected by the Darkmoon Fair. I recommend setting your Hearthstone in Veldraken so you can easily go between the Emerald Dream and your capital city. You can also pick up a guild cloak that allows you to teleport to your home city every hour. After you've done some campaigning, you'll get a quest for your Spark. It's a quest in the main city after you've completed about half the campaign, and it's a weekly quest, just like it was for the Loam Niffin. The next thing I recommend doing is the Superbloom. It's super good for catch-up gear and also can give just 460 item level gear, which is just straight upgrades to what we have right now. It's also really good reputation, and this is another weekly quest. I've mentioned a lot about the reputation and the renown grind, so I'm going to quickly just go over some ways that you can do it. On top of the previously mentioned things, there are these seeds. They just fixed them again last night. Now they give around 250 rep per seed to 500 rep sometimes. You can kill elite rares across the Emerald Dream to also get reputation. There are side quests and campaign quests that all give you reputation. The tokens are affected by the Darkmoon Fair buff. After you've done some of the campaign, you'll also unlock world quests. There's also a PvP quest that you can pick up in the training room of Veldraken. You can do this on top of the world quest, which is this little area here, and it's a total clusterfuck. So, yeah, I would recommend doing it with some friends. It's pretty quick, but it can be a little annoying since everyone is just farming each other. Oh my god, I just got knocked off the edge. Fucking hell, man. Grinding Renowns has a few different benefits. You can buy 441 gloves on the veteran track, a 454 helm on the champion track. You can also purchase an infinite augment rune for 100,000 gold once you reach Renown 18. There are also mounts and dragon riding customizations if you're interested in that. But it's definitely not required by any means, so if you don't feel like grinding, which I know I certainly don't, you don't have to do it. The final and potentially most important thing, I think, is make sure you do a mythic key if you're interested in pushing higher keys next week or this season. The way it works is that on the season change, you're going to lose 11 levels on your keystone on top of any penalties. So what this means is if you run a 22 this week, next week, the key you get will be depleted by 1, plus an additional 11. If you run a 22 this week and you time it, you will still lose 11 on the season change. I have a little graph here to explain it. I know this confused me way more than it probably should have, but it can be a little confusing, So just to recap, if you're interested in doing the Renown grind, make sure you get the Darkmoon Fair buff before you do pretty much anything. Make sure you get the Spark. Do the Superbloom as a weekly quest. If you're interested in doing the rep grind, you can do all of those things that I mentioned before: seeds, elite rares, side quests, the world quests, the PvP quest, and the PvP world quest. and make sure you do a Mythic Plus key so that next week you don't end up with a 2 and you don't have to kind of grind it up. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope this video helped.